Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to what is today going to be our next installment of those must-get boss drops and their items, and I believe now we are up to number 11. We are starting off over at Join Firewar. This is one of those maps we definitely came along to for the Merge Shop series, but we are back here again, and that is to head over and see what the boss drops, and very specifically, you're able to get yourself the Dragon Slayer Twilly pet. If you would like it, it's entirely up to you. I think it's quite cool and quirky. You will have to be a member, other than if you want that particular tail, but, you know, that's just the way these things go. Now we're heading over to join First Observatory. Once you're here, again, you are greeted with a merge shop, but we're going to head through to where we'll find the Empress's Finger. This particular boss does have for us house items, very specifically gates, which could be used as cool room access, or indeed some way of maybe portaling yourself in your imagination elsewhere, or indeed if you just want some massive Empress's Fingers also within your room. But there's some choices for you which could be worth going along and grabbing. Now then, here we go, Hollowborn boss drops over at Join HB Challenge. First of all, the Lycan has got a Lycan morph for you. You can head through and find yourself the Hollowborn Vampire, who has got a hair and also some wings. These are all AC tags, so they will get that unlimited storage if you would like them. Our next boss is going to be the Dragon Lord with a slightly longer drop list than what we saw before. They are what I would describe as set top-ups, so if you've already got something and then you would like to add these on, then this is probably the place to come. I would assume the NPC in the room before this one does have some form of merge or quest you could do that maybe tie in a bit more of these items, but without walking back and remembering and having a refresh of my mind, I can't actually remember, to be honest with you. Anyway, a little bit further in, you have got the Shadow Rider. This has got the Hollowborn Adept set for you. Again, really nice. This is a totally free player one. I know not everyone is a fan of just a generic item nowadays, and we like those AC tags. That could be something potentially that puts you off. And then lastly, there is the Nightmare with the longest drop list of them all. The Hollowborn Dreamwalker set and the Hollowborn Nightmare sets are what feature within here. Again, really cool items. If you do like your Hollowborn stuff, you will get plenty of trimmed items as well. I do like items with a bit of trim on the edge, just glowing different colours. As with a lot of these, there are various helm variants. You do always get a load of different ones there. But we do have this quirky little cane, if you are a fan of a cane. There's also like glowing gauntlets, which are always really cool. You can get a dual version of them as well. Yet another cane, and there is what your Nightmare armor looks like. So a couple decent sets, or at least items that you may fancy going along and picking up. Now then, we do like to throw in merges as we go through. I know we've done the merge series, but why not? Let's go back all the way to Warhawk. If you would like to dress up as a Mighty Hawk, then this is where you can come along and merge for the items. It's just cool to sometimes throw these in and just mix it up as we're going through. So Join Iceplane is where you can get your Enfield boss drops. I do actually quite like the boss drops that come off Enfield. You'll find yourself able to get this Frost Slayer blade. There is also the Icebreaker Mage armor. That one is AC tagged. And then if we go down a little bit further, you'll find yourself a couple of Snowcat locks. Okie dokes, we are over to have a look at some Infernal items. We are over at infernaldianoia. Didn't have a clue how to pronounce it the last time we were here, and that certainly hasn't changed. So we won't look fully through all the merges, but do make sure you check them out, because you never know, there could be a little golden item that you really like. The boss at this particular map just has this rune, but I know some people do like the rune capes, just in case. Then we have got infernalparadise. If you defeat this chappie right here on screen, this is the drop list you could be getting yourself. As you can see, nothing here is AC tag, sadly, but you do have the infernal flame helm, which looks like it could be quite cool. I don't know if it's animated or not, we just have to look and find out. There is this bow, which I've kept on screen for an abnormally long amount of time. There is also a cape, a claw, and lastly, but certainly not least, the infernal flame guardian armor in all of its glory. So here we go then, join infernalspire, and we're going to go over to the infirmary after. The first monster that we're going to talk about, oddly enough, is a little bit further up the slope, and as you can see, there was the Rising Shadows armor. If you then take a brief stroll back down towards where you came from, you'll find yourself Helzekiel, who has got this blood scythe of destruction, which I thought looked really nice. Okay, doke, so we're over at Join Infirmary, as we said earlier, and there is this Proto-Earth Dragon. You can get yourself this Dragon Cell Blade, and also this Dragon Armor, which kind of reminded me of Mogloween, to be honest, but hey ho, that's just the way we go. Okie dokes, join Inner Shadows, you can get yourself the Archfiend Shadowflame within the merge shop here. I know a lot of people do like your kind of shadowed versions of things, so if you would like to get that, or indeed the Overfiend Blade, they are both there within the Dark Alliance merge shop. There's also a load of helms, as there always is. I quite like this merge, which is why we're going through showing you it, because it's definitely one of those that is worth picking up a couple of the items within here if they do tickle your pickle. The boss at this map also has got a very long list of items and definitely bits within here that you'll want to consider getting. As you'll see, some of the capes are pretty quirky. I do oddly like the star cape. I just think that could be quite nice to have in the background. There is this shadow render set. It does have a mighty looking scythe and wings to go along with it. There's also the shadow ripper, which is yet another variant, but I think that one is the more voidy one and probably what I may prefer personally myself. There was those flame capes as well that we just went past. Joint of Oles. I think this is one of those maps we've come along to a few times in the past. I lose track of how many times. It hasn't really got too much to scream and shout about, but if you like void items, you might like the Sword of the Void. Join Junk Heap is going to be our next interesting one. This is where you can find yourself a Shadowflame Yulgar. But before we go to him, we'll just mention the Bruiser here, because you can pick yourself up this pet in case you would like it running next to you. Anyway, if you head inside of Yulgar's Inn at this map, there is your Shadowflame Yulgar, and this is your drops list from him. It includes the Shadowflame Arcana. To be honest, it's just loads of OG kind of items, really, that have been remastered in a Shadowflamey way. That leaves us with our final map of the day, which is going to be Join Junk Horde, and there is a massive junk heap with, again, even more quirky bits for you. You can get yourself a bag of gold if you would like that as a mace, but there is this Kittarian Burglar set that I think looks really, really nice. Oddly, while some of it is member, the armour isn't, so you can definitely go pick that up if you would like to. Anyway, as always, folks, I'll be back for part 12 incredibly soon. If you are new around here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, make sure to leave the video with a like.